I never hear anyone talk about Necrochasm, and since it's not easy to get, you think it'd be pretty good, right? So I went ahead and got the catalyst and used it quite a bit to see what's going on. Let's start with PvP. It's got the same RPM as rapid fire autos at 720. Not a bad frame at all, and personally my favorite kind. It's got good handling and really high stability. But here's where we see the big issue already. 39 range. This puts its damage fall off starting at 25 meters. Now let's look at the top autos currently to help put that into perspective. Amit's leading the usage charts, and it's pretty easy to see why. Very easy to craft and has such a good origin trait and perk selection that you can just kind of forget about stability and end up with a pretty consistent and easy to use auto that still gets 35 meters before damage fall off. It's kind of hard to beat that on paper. The summoner has good perk choices for consistency as well, and can trade that for damage perks while still hitting 30 meters. Rufus's has to sacrifice a bit more to hit 30 meters, but still ends up feeling very stable with the option for damage or consistency, making it comparable to Summoner. So we can see that Necrochasm is lacking in range. But what about its exotic perk Desperation? Well, it is strong. Even more stability and accuracy along with the increased rate of fire is the main thing you're playing for, and it does make it quite a bit more lethal. The explosion on precision kills are nice, but they won't have as much round-to-round impact in threes. They're at least satisfying and can lead to some nice clips.
Wow.
Real quick, we'll talk catalysts. Currently, it gets Outlaw. That is about as good as it sounds. In the final shape, though, it'll get one for Thrall, which will give it increased range, stability, and damage after quickly damaging 3 targets. That sounds great, but of course won't see very much activation in PvP. Necrochasm is so close to being one of the best autos for PvP. It can dominate in its range, but at the same time, that's its biggest drawback. I don't think it feels that great to use in closer SMG-dominated range. 25 meters is holding it back too much, but I understand giving it that free 30 meters could be a little bit too strong, so I'm willing to compromise and go 28. But until it gets some kind of range help, I think it's gonna stay stuck in this kind of semi-awkward cage of engagement. Now for PvE. Autos aren't really that great, but that 40% buff to red bars does feel nice. This is where those explosions start to become a little more important. Being able to proc those chain explosions to keep refilling the mag and gaining desperation feel great. Until you start to get into harder content, and one of two things happen. Spraying down a beefier target feels like you're shooting silly string at them. Or through stagger and weird animations, you miss that last bullet that would have been a precision, and just kind of miss out on that whole reason you're running this weapon in the first place. Now, the first of these issues is kind of being addressed with the one for Thrall catalyst coming in final shape, as long as the damage buff is good. But why can't explosions trigger on body shot kills in PvE? This one change would make Necrochasm so much more consistent in all of PvE and make it feel like the grind was worth the effort. And it makes me wonder why even use this weapon when there's another that's a straight upgrade in almost every single way. Sunshot. It's a better type of weapon than autos, you can build into it since it's solar, and it even causes explosions on any kill, it doesn't matter if it's precision. Again, I'm stuck feeling that there's just better, easier to obtain options than Necrochasm. Maybe its new catalyst will make a bigger difference than I'm thinking, but that's just something we'll have to wait and see about. Hopefully one day this weapon will feel worth the effort to get, and be something that people will want to put in that effort to obtain. Right now, while it can be fun, it's too easily passable. That's pretty much all my thoughts as of now. I'm gonna leave you with some PvP gameplay in the back. Thanks for your time.
Things have gone cold. 5 minutes left. Sound tactics